Hustler versus Falwell pits two culture warriors in 1970s and 1980s culture against each other. Flint, the editor of Hustler magazine, and Falwell, the leader of the Moral Majority organization based in Lynchburg, Virginia. In this case, after Hustler printed a quite harsh parody ad talking about the deeds of Mr. Falwell, Falwell sued Flint. And Falwell took the case to court in Lynchburg, Virginia, his hometown. He went there arguing that there was intentional infliction of emotional distress. Well, that jury in Lynchburg agreed, and so did the appeals court, which covered Virginia and nearby states. But when it got to the Supreme Court said, stop. Although Justice Rehnquist, who wrote the opinion, was very conservative, and although he did not at all like the content of that parody, what he did like and what he did believe in was robust political speech and speech about public figures. And here, the court was worried that if they allowed cases like this to go forward, and particularly if a plaintiff could pick his or her local courthouse, like Falwell picked a jury in Lynchburg, that people who said things that were unpopular would always be harassed by people like Falwell, who'd sue them to prevent them from making their speeches. The precise purpose of the First Amendment, the Supreme Court thought, was to protect people who said outrageous things from jurors who were outraged, because free speech requires outrageous comments in order to allow free and full debate. The Supreme Court we have today believes in a very expansive First Amendment. The First Amendment has expanded, though, far beyond individuals to provide broad protections for corporations. So what we're seeing in Hustler versus Falwell are the developments that led us to a time today where we see about as broad protection of speech by everyone as we've ever had in this country. Not everyone thinks broad expansion of speech is the best idea, but that's the direction this court is headed. This court is committed to using the First Amendment to provide wide protection to speakers, individuals and corporations, political speech or otherwise. We have to protect people who say outrageous things, and even protect them against jurors, because jurors, though they try to be fair, represent the popular opinion, and the First Amendment is designed first and foremost to protect the unpopular ones.